Hello, Internet. It has been quite a while since last we spoke. Let's see. I got married. That's why I haven't been here, because I've been busy with that. Um, but yeah, I'm back and ready to provide you with more useless information about Nintendo and other things. So what's been happening recently? Not a lot. But we are getting to the point now where we are finally going to see some games for the Wii U. We had Pikmin 3 come out just recently. I'm almost done with it. I think I might be on the last boss. I'm not sure. But it's hard. I'm working on a review for Pikmin 3 right now. But just to give you a teaser of it, I think that it, like many other third games in Nintendo franchises, finally perfects the formula for that franchise. And I love it. I really do. Pikmin 3, you won't hear about this from like IGN or people like that, but Pikmin 3 is actually the #1 game in the United States for a couple weeks there after its release. So well done. Considering it came out on a console that has such a small install base for it to get that high. I guess everyone who bought a Wii U is like, well, I need something to play, so they bought Pikmin 3. But good for Nintendo. Pretty soon we're getting Wind Waker HD. We're getting Wonderful 101. We got Pokemon X and Y coming out for the 3DS. We got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Super Mario 3D World. Next year we have Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart 8, and I think X is 2014 as well, but I'm not sure if we have an official date for that yet. Anyway, so yesterday I get off work, and my wife is still at work, and so I have nothing to do. And so me and my friend, Dev, who you may remember from our Monster Hunter coverage, decided to run over to GameStop just to kind of look around. And lo and behold, in the used Wii section, I come across a copy of Xenoblade. Which, if you don't know, Xenoblade was kind of one of the last big Wii games to come out. Did very well. But in classic Nintendo style, they printed, however many copies and then never reprinted it. So those copies promptly sold out, but a lot of people still wanted it. And so it very quickly became, I think the current price for it on eBay is round about $125. It is a very, very hard to find, very expensive game these days. Anyway, we're at GameStop. I'm going through the used Wii games. I see Xenoblade, and it was for $80. And I turned to my friend Dev, and I'm like, oh, crap. And he goes, yep, there's no way you can not buy that. And he was absolutely right. There's no way I could just turn down that opportunity. So yeah, I bought it. I haven't played it yet. I'm probably going to play some this afternoon. Never in my wildest dreams would I have expected that in 2013 I would be paying $80 for a used Wii game. But hey, it happens. Xenoblade was one of those games that came out in Japan and Europe like several millennia before it came out here. And we thought we were never going to get it here. Part of the whole Operation Rainfall thing, along with Last Story and Pandora's Tower. Pandora's Tower, which just came out recently in the US, and Last Story, both of those being published by Xseed. Xenoblade was actually the one of those three games that was published not by Xseed, but by Nintendo themselves, which I thought was weird. That Nintendo looked at all those games, grabbed one of them, and I can understand why they didn't do Pandora's Tower. Pandora's Tower is good, but it's not Last Story, I believe Last Story is one of the best games I've ever played. It's one of my favorite Wii games that's not like a Mario game. One of my favorite Wii games in the entire Wii library. And so it's funny, like, even though Xenoblade, Last Story, and Pandora's Tower have nothing to do with each other, because they were those three games that came out in Japan and Europe but didn't come out here for a long time, we kind of grouped them all together because we wanted them all at the same time. But yeah, I loved Last Story. It is perfect. It's an amazing game. If you don't have it, it is reasonably easy to find, because Xseed did reprint it. And then Pandora's Tower is weird, but definitely worth playing. It's sort of like a weird mix of like Zelda and Shadow of the Colossus, but much more stressful because there are time limits. So if that's your thing, you might want to try it. It's not very expensive. I got a PlayStation Vita. I know this isn't Nintendo, but you Nintendo people will appreciate it. I got a PlayStation Vita. You do not need to worry about that thing beating out the 3DS. The online functionality of it is kind of bad. The PlayStation Store seems to crash a lot. It's not like just like when I'm at my apartment using the Wi-Fi there. It's no matter where I am. I've been playing Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified on it. One of my favorite things that it does is it will spawn me into a match in a map all by myself with nobody else there. I can see all the other people in the party, but they're not in the map with me. And this has happened to me like 3 times now, and I've only owned the game for like a few days. And it's been out for a while. Like, this should have been patched by now. But it happens on a fairly regular basis. I used to play the Call of Duty games on the Wii, because I do like the motion controls for first-person shooter games. And I remember people would be like, oh, the Wii's online is terrible. And I mean, I agree. Compared to the Xbox 360, the PS3, or the Wii U, the Wii's online is lacking. It's not great, but it was functional. That never happened to me in the Wii one. And so the fact that the Vita has worse online functionality not only than the 3DS, which I've had great online experiences with, but also the Wii, which is like previous gen tech, is a little disturbing. The 3DS continues to be the best-selling console in the world. Fire Emblem Awakening has sold over 1 million physical copies. They reached 1 million a long time ago if you factor in digital sales, like through the eShop and stuff, just downloadable copies. So yeah, now that I'm done with the wedding and stuff, hopefully I can get back to updating the page fairly regularly. I need to bring more people in. So if you are obsessed with Nintendo and want to write for 8 Worlds or anything like that, do reviews or just help us out posting news stories, let me know. Anyway, my name is John. This is 8 Worlds. Thanks for watching, Internet. It's really sunny now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye, Internet.